Welcome all of you all. We'll be starting shortly.
यहाँ से खेल के हाथ दीजिए।
We'll wait for another 5 minutes and we will start. A warm welcome to one and all of you all on our third webinar from Forum for Autism. It's a pleasure inviting all of you all on this podium where we are going to interact on a very different line, which we have never done before, helping our children to draw things. Before that, I would like to talk and introduce a little bit about Forum for Autism. Forum for Autism was established in 2002 and it is an NGO which is run by parents. The main idea of this, the aim and the goal for which Forum for Autism was brought together by these parents was one, to create awareness about autism, to create awareness about the existence of autism in our society. Second, most importantly, was empowering the parents, which we have been doing for past 20 years and even today. Advocating the rights of the persons with autism, maybe educational rights, employment rights, or any right be which any other individual in the society is experiencing or enjoying, is also the right of a person with autism, and we all as a forum fight for it. Providing financial assistance. FFA is a vibrant parent body and I am proud to be one amongst them. We have two libraries which function at Kulaba and Vashi, and we have almost 500 of books available over there, which the members of the forum can use and take advantage of. We conduct parent training workshops and seminars, which many of you all might be knowing. And yes, even today through webinars, we are still conducting and empowering our parents. We have a database of all the parents and professionals who are associated with autism. Most importantly, we also provide sponsorship for families who find it difficult to afford facilities for their kids. For the same, you can contact Priyanka through the number that will be provided to you shortly. We also participate in Mumbai Marathon every year. In Mumbai Marathon, we have our cause ambassadors, Mr. Harsha Bhogale and Chef Sanjeev Kapoor, who are always shouldering the responsibility of spreading awareness in the society about autism. Here are some of the glimpses of the memories that we had participated. This is another proud event that we have every year. These are some of the adults who have been facilitated for clearing their school, colleges, degrees, or vocational training. So every achievement or every little success that our individuals have is celebrated by the forum once in a year. If you need anything from the forum, please feel free to contact us at the given number through our emails or website or even of our Facebook page. From here, I move ahead and I would like to tell you about the upcoming webinars that we are going to have. On the Saturday, that is 13th of June, we have Mary Barua, the founder and director of Action for Autism, who's going to introduce or talk about autism to us. I have been listening to Mary for past 20 years, and every time she speaks, I learn autism differently. Because as my son grows, the need increases. And whenever Mary speaks about autism, I understand it differently as much as I need it for my son. So I would really appeal all the parents to please be present for this 2-hour webinar that we are going to have, that where Mary is going to be speaking to us. And she'll be also answering our questions over here. The second webinar is on caring for the caregivers. We are coordinating with ASK, which is an adult support kendra, who are working towards enabling or taking care of the mental health of our adults and even the caregivers. This time we are doing it for the caregivers. There'll be a Google form which is going to be sent to all our members who have to fill and duly send into Priyanka. And coming for why we have collected here today is the third webinar of drawing session. It's done by Miss Anagha Girish. She's the founder of Art Zone Creative. To talk shortly about Anagha, she is done her BFA from JJ Institute of Applied Arts from Mumbai. She's the founder of Art Zone Creatives and is working with Art Zone for past 17 years. Another way to introduce her would be she's also a parent of a 17-year-old adult. And here again, like I always say, parent to parent, enabling, strengthening us. So she is going to uh, impart her knowledge of drawing that she has to all the parents who are attending today. I would now call Anagha. Hi, Anagha.
Hello, Darshana. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here, and I'm looking forward to even learn because I'm thoroughly excited, and I so believe our parents should be. There's a small request that I want to make. Sorry to take your time. Parents, please don't force your children in front of the screen if they are reluctant to. But yes, I would rather appeal you all to continue the activity because it's a learning process. You can now learn it, and then later on, when your child is in a good frame of mind to learn it, maybe you can work on them again. And even you can contact Anagha later on for whatever need be. There are a set of needs which we had told, so I believe all are ready with their papers, their crayons, their watercolors, whatever you are comfortable with. And Anagha, let me tell you when I am ready with myself. So
Okay.
let's get going.
Yes.
Over to you, Anagha. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you. Yeah. Good morning, parents and students. I'm so happy to be here, and it's a joy to be with you all. So let's start. Before starting, I will give some instructions. As I will be drawing on the board, I will tell you where to draw the certain things on a paper. So let me turn my camera towards the board.
I believe all of you all start getting ready with your paper, pencil, erasers. And I think she is getting ready with her board to practice on. Okay, here we
Okay, here, as you all will be told that you need a paper. So I hope you all are ready with your paper. What you have to do is, we will be dividing this paper into two parts. One part will be a small part, and to divide it, you'll just draw a line here. What are we going to do in this portion? We are going to learn the basic lines that I'm going to teach you today. And in this area, we are going to draw our final drawing. So whenever we are going to draw our final drawing, we will be taking the reference of the lines that I'm going to teach. For example, I have done here some few lines, which I will be teaching you on the board. Okay, so whatever I'm doing it on the board, consider it as my paper. Okay, so here, this is my drawing paper now, and let's start. Okay, so the basic shapes and the lines that we need to draw any type of a drawing, first thing that we need is a standing line. So all of you make with me a standing line at the corner of the page. After that, we will be doing a line. We will call it as sleeping line. I hope everybody can see it clearly. Followed with a slant line. Now, here we have two type of slant line. One is this and the other one is, the angle will change, but it will be called as a slant line. When we tell a child that draw a circle, mostly everybody has a habit of turning around and drawing a circle directly. But here, let me teach you one method. First, you will draw a C, which everyone is good at, and then we will draw another C. When you joint it, it will become a circle. In this way, you can try to make a perfect circle. Now, there are few more lines which you can give the name which you are comfortable with. So I will say it's a jumping line. For that jumping line, I'm going to take few dots and I'm going to make this line jump from one dot to another. Take your time, draw it neatly. We are going to use this line as a grass line everywhere. If you reverse this line, first portion you will see as U. You have to turn and make this U. By connecting U together, you have got this line. Then in my drawings, there is always a common wave line which we use for ground line. So just a wave line. In this remaining area, we are going to learn how to use all these lines and make a form. So I hope everybody is done with these lines. Either you can give a thumbs up. Okay. So let's start to draw a form. I will need a circle, so I'm doing it again. C plus C becomes a circle. Now, we will use this first line. What was the first line? A standing line. So, on the top of the circle, I will make a standing line.
Anaka,
Yeah.
can we go a little slow?
Okay.
A little slow. There are some
Yeah.
parents who have asked. Okay.
Okay. Here, I will repeat it again. I hope everybody is done. Shall I go ahead?
Yeah, I think you can.
Yes. Okay. So, here I will draw C plus a C and make a circle. Then I will use a standing line which we learned first on the top of the circle. and exactly at the bottom of the circle. Okay. After that, we have a second line, that is sleeping line. So a sleeping line at the right side, and a sleeping line at the left side. As you are done, please let me know.
Okay, you can
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah.
okay. Now here the third line, we can see this angled line, a slant line. Here you have to make that slant line, and exactly at the bottom you have to draw the same angled line. Now we have a fourth line, that is also another slant line. So let's draw it. First we will draw it at the top, and then we'll draw it at the opposite side. In this way we have created a sun. Now I hope everybody is done. We can see all these points, and with the help of U shape and this upper portion first shape, we are going to turn this sun into a flower. So I'm turning it. Nice curve U shape I have joined. Once more. Turn it. Everywhere you are going to draw these shapes. You have to connect these dots together and complete the flower. Here we have finished our basic lines, what are needed to draw the main drawing. I will encourage parents to teach their children the names of the lines. Shall I go ahead?
Could you repeat the names of the lines, Anubhava? All
Yes.
of them?
The first one is standing line, then a sleeping line, a slant line, a reverse slant line, then C, reverse C, join them together and you will get a circle. For this, I can say jumping line, and by connecting U, we are going to make reverse jumping line. The other one is a wave line. How did we do the circle? First, we made a C plus C circle. Then we did it with standing line, then sleeping line, then slant line, and the other slant line. We connected the dots, the ends, with these curve lines using U.
Anaka, there's a request. If you could just show the portion where you've drawn in the center a little bit, then could you shift the board a little bit?
Show the,
In the sense, the part which you have drawn, the standing line, sleeping line, if the camera could show it in the center. So there are some parents who are,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I hope everybody is enjoying this. If you have any doubts, anything to be repeated, please let me know.
We can go ahead.
Okay, so I will just shift the board again to its place. Here. Now, most of the parents have a difficulty to tell their children that the drawing should be appropriate. Okay, so it comes through practice. Every time when we are teaching them, we have to teach them where exactly they have to start. Now, children find difficult to draw human figures. So today we will draw a doll uh, with the help of all these lines that I have taught you, and then we will also tell them where exactly they have to place their drawing. So mostly from up we have to leave little space, and from down. So what I will do, I will just mark a line where my entire figure is going to stand, and then I will start my drawing. So for the drawing, I need my sleeping line first. So here I have done my sleeping line in the center of my remaining area. Okay. After this line, I will make two ears by the help of C and reverse C. One more technique I want to show you here. Every child has a habit of drawing it in this way. What they will do, they will keep their hand stiff, static at one place, and they will just turn their pencil and draw. What happens when you do that? Your line will not be in a flow. You have to move your entire hand so you get a smooth line. Okay. So now I want a U shape, big U shape to complete a face. So here, inside, I'm going to draw two small lines and make a curve here and here for the eye. I will just draw an eye over here big so you'll understand how we have to draw an eye. In this, you have to give a circle and one line. Same thing, I will be doing it here. In this, you have to fill this black portion and keep a highlight. So the eyes are done. After that, again a sleeping line and a small curve for mouth. Do you want me to show it again? Okay, I'm erasing this and showing you again. First thing I did was a sleeping line. Then I turned it, made C and a reverse C at both ends. After that, I connected it with a nice U-shaped curve. And for the eyes, I made two sleeping lines, small sleeping lines, and make curve. Draw a small circle and a big circle. Small circle stands for an highlight. The area between these two circles need to be filled. Give a small sleeping line and a curve for mouth. When you are done, please let me know.
Yeah, Anagha, we can move ahead.
Okay. Now, here, near the mouth, I'm making two more big sleeping lines. After that, I'm going to turn this and make nice fluffy hair. This doll likes flowers and she wears flower in her hair. So we are going to repeat this flower. At this corner, we will make a circle again, C plus C. After that, repeat standing line, standing line, sleeping line, sleeping line, a slant line, a slant line, and a slant line here. Then turn the sun into a flower. While doing this, you can observe there are two lines which are coming between the flower. So those lines we have to erase. See here, you can see these lines. So these lines we have to erase. I hope everybody is done.
We can continue.
Okay. Now you need to draw her dress. First, I will take this slant line till here, and over here a slant line till here. After doing this, we have to give her neckline. We will show it as U. Now we will draw a sleeping line and connect these two slant lines. We need a pocket on her dress. So a sleeping line, and a U shape. After that, for the legs, we need a standing line, over here, we are going to change the angle of these slant lines. Now, here you can see this angle. Over here, we need a reverse angle. Means this line will be here. So, without getting confused, we are going to make a dot here and a dot here. And then connect it. a dot here and a dot here, and then connect it. Here you can see, as we approximately planned to draw a drawing, there we have come. So now the shoes part, we will need a big sleeping line. And a line here. And again, we'll need a curve here. So her shoes are ready. Do it the other side and draw the other shoe. Please let me know as you are done till here.
I think we can move ahead, Ananya.
Okay, now what is missing over here? Her hands. She's wearing a sleeveless dress. So from here, I'm going to turn and touch it over here. In the same way, I'm going to turn and touch it the other side. And our girl or our doll is ready. You can see here that we have left appropriate space so that the main drawing looks good on the paper. Okay. I have seen many times children draw the drawing, but because of the lack of a line which divides the sky and the ground, they are confused where exactly to color the sky and from where they should start the ground. For that reason, we have this wave line here. So we will be making this wave line from here to divide the sky and taking it from behind, and then I'm turning it here. So it will divide our sky portion and the ground portion. I usually call it as a ground line. Now we have lot of space up and a little space down. To make your drawing more interesting, you have to use these jumping lines. Okay, but over here we have used these jumping lines in the same size. Now for the grass, we are going to change the size of our jumping line. So let's start the grass. A small line. Then a medium. A big line. You can either come reverse or you can change your sequence. A medium one and a tiny one, a big shape again. So the grass is going behind the doll, and from the other side, we will continue that line. This you can do as you like. Either you can make small, medium, big, medium, tiny, big, and a larger. This way you are covering the area behind one layer of grass. After that, I want to cover this area and draw few flowers. Now I don't want to repeat the same flower. So what will happen if I repeat the same flower? The importance of this drawing will go, or the importance of this flower will go. So I will make a simple flower. For that flower, I need some U shapes. So one U shape here, one U shape little up, one U shape little down. In this way, I'm going to do it on the other side. A U shape here, a U shape, and here I'm going to use two small slant lines. See carefully. I have left some area in the middle of the flower. Two small slant lines at the U shape. For time, you can just make one flower and afterwards you can fill all the flowers together. Okay, how to complete this flower? Take a dot exactly in the middle of these two slant lines, then go up and come down with the slant lines. I will repeat it again. Take a dot, then go up and come down. Take a dot, go up and come down. For the last time, take a dot, go up and come down. Here we have one more pattern of a flower. Okay, so when the wind blows, the flower moves from here and there. It doesn't remain standing. Okay, so to show that, what we will do, we will make the stem a bit curved. Here, I changed the angle and made it a bit curved. It will give a nice rhythm to your picture. Now, we filled this area. Now, what about this? What is there on the ground? What do you find? You find small pebbles. So, a big, medium, and a small. I will make few sets over here just to fill the ground area. If you keep it empty, it is not wrong. But if you fill little bit, it will be interesting. And to cover this area around the pebbles, I'm going to just give zigzag lines, which will be all slant lines. Go up, come down. Go up, come down. Go up, come down. In this way, we can make small grass on the pebbles. Go up, come down. Up, down. Please let me know as you are done. Only one more portion is remaining in this entire picture. Okay. So see this area. Can you see this area now? In this entire picture, this area is filled, this area is filled, but this looks little empty. So to fill that, we have to draw clouds. How we will draw clouds? A nice long C, then a tiny U, take it down and make a big U, and from top, I'm turning it like this. Small shape, and over here, I'm going to make a spiral, turn around inside and complete your cloud. Don't worry about the shape. You can draw the way you want. Over here, I will start it with spiral. First, I came out, then turn, draw a C, draw a small U, and connect the line with the clay. And here we are done with our drawing. Let me know as you are done with your drawing too.
Parents, I believe this was amazing. If there are any answer questions, please
Yeah,
feel free.
Darshana,
Yeah,
yeah, can we get 5 more minutes?
yeah. I'm just asking them to
Yeah.
ask the answer questions if they have in the answer question section.
Okay, because we have to tick mark the colors.
Yeah, absolutely. We're still going on. But
Okay.
any questions, because it's coming in the chat, it would rather be
Okay.
asked in the answer.
Okay.
I believe we can continue.
Okay. Okay. So as you have done it on a paper, even I have done it on my paper. So here, now we need few colors. I'm using here the 50 shades of oil pastels which I have now. From that, I will need a flesh tint color, which is also called as skin color. What you have to do when I say tick mark, we have to tick the area which has to be filled with this color. Okay, so this is a skin color. We will tick it on the face, on the hands, and this portion of the legs. Again, I will repeat. The flesh tint yani skin color, you have to use it on the face, then hands, and then legs. We'll just keep it here for your reference. Then I have chose a light red color for her dress. Okay, so I will tick mark red color over here. This doll likes to wear matching things, so she's wearing the flower which is red color. So the same color I'm going to tick mark for the petals. There. Orange, dark orange for the pocket. The middle circle of the flower and shoes. Orange. Every time when we color, we have to think if the portion has two different parts. So either one part will be dark color, the other portion will be light color. Same way here, we have to show this as grass, means ground, there is grass, and the grass which is in the background. So I'm taking light green color for this portion, a light green. And a medium green over here. Now what happens when I will give the green over here, this grass is there. So now at the background, this medium green will look dark. So this grass will be light again. When we do light and dark combination, the picture looks better. Avoid giving black for the hair. Always try different options. I will give here darker brown. For the pebbles, you have this ochre color. You have seen the costume of police, that same color. This is called ochre color. You'll apply it on the pebbles. Rose pink color for these flowers. And last, light blue color for the sky. Clouds, you have to keep them white. I will wait for 5 minutes and then I will show you a colored picture. I will repeat again. We have used for the dress medium red, pouch orange, for the flower medium red and orange, for the hair darker brown. Here we have missed one place, that is her mouth. In mouth also we will give medium red. For the grass, light green. For the ground, we will show it medium green. Then the grass on the pebbles, light green. Pebbles, ochre. The other flowers, rose pink.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Start repeating because there are many parents saying they can't hear it clearly.
Okay. So, okay, I will repeat it again. For the face, we are using flesh tint, that is skin color, for hand and for legs. Then light red color for the dress, mouth and petals. Orange for shoes, pouch and the middle circle of the flower. Light green for the grass, medium green for the ground and light green for the grass on the pebbles. Ochre color for the pebbles. Rose pink for the other flowers and light blue for the sky. You have to keep the clouds white. Can I show the colored picture? Here. The picture will look somewhat like this after coloring it. So now children can start coloring and we can discuss if parents have any doubts. I'm done with the session here.
Hello parents, I believe it was an interesting session. It looked really nice and the picture is amazing. Like it's kind of picture that we have in our storybooks. So there are many parents who said that even they learned how to make the drawing was really easy. Yeah, so that was nice. I would like to tell the parents that yes, you can color this picture in your leisure time, and if possible, do send pictures to the forum so that we can put it on our Facebook page. Any parents who have anything to ask Anagha, could you please type in the answer question section?
Yeah, I think I read one question that was,
Yes,
do you have any techniques to teach them how to color? Yes,
yes.
we do have the technique. I will just draw one shape over here. For example, let's take a cloud. If we have a cloud, and mostly what children do, children like to just scribble it here and there. So, see, parents have to understand that they have their learning process. Okay, we cannot tell them on the first day itself that, okay, you have done drawing nicely, now you will color it properly. We have to have patience. It may take 3 or 4 drawings to understand how to start with. So, one technique is like you can either outline the entire shape and then start coloring. Most children find it very difficult to go in a rhythmic pattern, like go from left. I teach my children go from left to right, but they don't have that much patience. So what can we do? So over here, for few days, I allow them to do circling, and where they find it easy, and each and every area that they are going to color is filled. So they will not lose any white area while coloring it. It will look shabby for a while, but then once they get that habit of being in like coloring in the outline, then they themselves will start doing it in a neat way. I hope I have answered this question.
Yeah,
Any
I
other?
believe sometimes the special educators also make it a point when they're working with special need children.
Yeah.
They darken the boundaries. That the black line should
Yes.
be a bit dark enough. So if you want to teach the coloring inside of a particular object, so
Yeah.
make the boundaries very dark and clear, and keep repeating the word saying color inside the cloud or inside the circle, so the child
Yes.
remains more focused of remaining inside. Right,
Yes.
Anaga?
Yes, and one more thing over here, for the children who don't have control over their hand, I used to do the cutout of cardboard and then keep the shape. So whenever they will dash the cardboard, so they won't go out of the shape, and then they will get that shape properly.
Like
So
a
that
stencil.
was, yes, like a stencil, but that cardboard should be thick enough. If it is a one layer stencil, then they might come out. So you need a thick layer stencil.
I
Sorry,
think
I don't have a.
parents could use the mount board which you get at the
Yes,
stationery shop. The
exactly.
mount board you could ask, so it's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's appropriate, so you
Yes,
can cut it into different shapes. So you
exactly.
all could do that.
Yes.
Just a second. There was another parent who asked that the ground line should it be 1/3 of the whole page or something of
Uh,
that.
no, it depends upon what type of drawing are you drawing exactly. If the page is like you're holding it standing wise, so you have to see where exactly the ground has to be. Okay, and accordingly you have to draw the line. But make it sure that they learn the technique of ground line. It is very helpful.
Okay. Some of the parents want new ideas to draw other things. So for that, we would be requesting Anagha to remove time for us again and have another session
Yeah.
in coming weeks. Again, coming in because we are having a couple of webinars. So maybe keeping in mind her busy schedule, I think maybe
Yeah.
later on in the weeks we could have back. You could teach us different ideas to draw animals.
Yeah, and if you want a few more drawings, you can go to my YouTube channel, Art Zone, and there you will find few drawings. I have recently started my YouTube channel. And you have to type Anagha Girish and you will get that Art Zone channel. So there also there are couple of drawings which you can use.
There's a question come with what should the children start coloring with, crayons or pencils for beginners?
What will be the age group of the child?
I think the parent needs to reply back.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a
So
question which says my child is between. Okay. The child keeps looking at the mother instead of the book. So how do we work on the attention skills? But I think those are more on attention skills rather than the drawing skills,
yes.
right? So I rather believe, Riddhi, you should use more of you should take some technical help from your therapist for that matter, because this would therapist would be a better person to help you out over here.
Okay. For the age group, when they just start coloring, it is always good to give them plastic crayons or wax crayons. And when they are good in their drawing, then you can shift to oil pastels. And after oil pastels, you can take color pencils.
Okay, I would request any two parents to just put your hands up if they want to share their experience about today's session. We'll just take one or two parents, as I think their time is falling short. Okay, we have someone called Riddhi Gilati. I'm allowing you to talk. Yes, Riddhi. Riddhi, you need to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Riddhi. Yes, Riddhi, you need to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello, Riddhi.
Hello, can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very wonderful session. I enjoyed a lot and I want to learn more and more into this drawing session. I really enjoyed a lot. Nobody tell me earlier also how to help the child in drawing. It's a wonderful session for me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please, ma'am, please send me the YouTube links and your web series or all
I
the
think
things.
she mentioned the YouTube channel was Art Zone Creative, so you need to go and type Anagha Girish, sorry.
Anadha Grish.
Without space, without space, and then Art Zone.
Thank you.
ARTZON.
Thank you,
Ma'am,
Riddhi.
can you spell?
Wait, I will just write it.
Yeah,
on
just
the
write it in the, just write it down. Yeah.
Anagha Girish. The channel's name is RZONE, Art Zone. Okay.
Okay, so from here, I believe all of you all enjoyed today's session. We would love to have Anagha once again, and I think we'll need to work on it, Anagha, on your time. And if you could spend one more hour for us, like any of the weekends, maybe, or weekdays. I would request all the parents to be participate in other webinars which are coming. The one which is on the 13th by Mary Barua to learn more about autism. We'll be having a consecutive series of webinars where you all can get more knowledge and more of help. So from here, I take your leave. Thank you, Anagha. Thank you for sharing your
Thank you so
knowledge.
much.
It was
Thank you all
really
parents.
beautiful. Thank you, parents, for being there. I take your leave from here. We had a great time. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Have a great day.
Bye.